are the 5 reasons why I became Muslim.
Well, I am super excited to see this powerful evidence for Islam. Please, proceed.
Number 1, Prophet Muhammad. He wasn't just a man. He was a movement. I studied his life. He was called Al-Amin, the trustworthy one, long before prophethood.
So, none of that magically makes Islam true. They said Gandhi was a good person. Does that make his religious views also true?
He led with mercy, lived with humility, and stayed uncorrupted by power. No scandals, no contradictions, just consistent character in public and in private.
Yeah, except when he married a child. Conveniently received a revelation allowing him to marry extra wives, conveniently received a revelation allowing him to marry his adopted son's wife, conveniently received a revelation allowing him to break his oath after he was caught having relations with his female slave in one of his wife's beds, and he swore to never do it again. Oh yeah, and he also tortured a man to death using fire to find his hidden treasure. He had a woman killed for writing a poem he didn't like, and he beheaded several hundred Jews. And by the way, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are many other horrendous examples I could cite. He was not, by any stretch of the imagination, an excellent moral example. And also, the Quran points out Muhammad was accused of being a liar. And his opponents called him the ear, which meant he just believed whatever he was told and regurgitated it out as if it was truth, which makes me really doubt what's in the Quran, and for good reason.
Number 2, the Quran, unchanged, unmatched.
A complete and total myth. We have evidence of hundreds of variants between different Quranic manuscripts.
You can read the original Arabic today. Same verses, same rhythm, same message.
Again, this is complete nonsense. We can find so many different readings between different versions of the Quran. So many.
No rewrites, no version 2.0, no contradictions.
There are so many contradictions. For example, the Quran says over and over again, like a broken record, that it's confirming the Jewish and Christian scriptures, but then contradicts our scriptures in so many places. So if the Jewish and Christian scriptures are the inspired words of Allah, then Islam is false, because our scriptures clearly contradict the Quran. But if our scriptures have been corrupted, then Islam is false, because the Quran assumes we have the inspired, reliable words of Allah. Either way, Islam is false.
Number 3, one creator. No confusion, no trinity, no divine drama, no celestial hierarchy, just one God.
Yeah, except that Allah has 2 right hands, and a shin, and a foot. In fact, Allah seems to have a lot of physical parts, which means he has created parts because the physical is part of the created order. So Allah doesn't really sound that simple at all. He sounds very illogical and convoluted. And of course, none of this has anything to do with whether or not Islam is true. Even if this guy was right and Islam had a simple conception of God, that doesn't magically make Islam true.
Number 4, built-in logic, not blind faith. Islam doesn't ask you to switch off your brain.
And again, that's not a reason to be Muslim, as that's not even evidence for Islam if it's true. And of course, this is false. The Quran tells Muslims to not ask questions about things that may trouble them, and that they have to fully submit to all of Muhammad's decisions. So just turn off your brain and blindly follow whatever Muhammad commands.
Number 5, science. Science that was there before science was. The Quran described the expanding of the universe, embryonic development, water as a basis of life, and gendered plants.
It doesn't do any of these things. The Muslim apologist Hamza Zortzitz has fully debunked the alleged scientific miracles in the Quran. And of course, the Quran has scientific errors. It says that semen comes from between the backbone and the ribs. It says the sun sets in a muddy pool. And it says shooting stars are missiles for stoning eavesdropping devils.
I didn't convert on impulse. I converted on evidence.
Sure. Evidence.